going to do Exodus chapter 11. 12 is kind of big, and I haven't pre-read any of this. Chapter 11, and the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. So we heard about this in the very beginning, when he first started talking to Moses about how that's what was going to happen. Now it's happening. And the Lord gave them the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. Chapter 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his son, next unto his house, take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shalt make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, against all the gods, little g, of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are, and where I see the blood I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So this is still going on. Nobody teaches you this when you go to church, when you go to Catholic church. This is serious. This is a covenant that was made with the Lord right now with Moses and everybody. He's saying this is going to last forever. You are to do this. And you know what? It's really good to do it. I just started doing it like 3 years ago, and I haven't made it all the way through. I thought it was like 8 days. And they're saying it's 7 days. Well, I'm not clear about it, but I get everything out of my house. And I haven't eaten pork and shellfish for like 3 years. But I get all the flour, I get everything out, and I don't eat any things I'm not supposed to. I have PTSD, I can't even remember what they are right now, but it's mostly flour, anything with flour in it, grains, just like anything gluten, but vegetables are permitted. So you can eat potatoes. You can make stuff with potatoes, and you can make stuff with cassava flour. But I tried, it doesn't work out that well. I need help. But yeah, it's a very good lesson because I had no idea how completely addicted I am to flour and to bread. And this will show you exactly what's going on. Just try it. It's not a fun feast, but Tabernacles is in Sukkot. That's great and fun. But this is a serious time, and you can think about all the gluten in there, and you'll be surprised. If you do it, you'll lose 10 pounds in the first 4 days. Especially if you never do it. You'll be really freaked out, but just try to prepare before you do it. Get everything you can think you can eat and just mix it up. Get a bunch of food. You can afford it. A bunch of different things. Because once you can't eat bread, you'll be like, oh. Yes, no bread. No flour. No unbleached, no flour in anything you buy. Everything has flour in it. Everything. You'll see. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day thou shalt be an holy convocation. And in the 7th day thou shalt be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at even, ye shall, which means at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7 days. I don't know, I'm doing it on the wrong days. I have it 8 days long. And the first time I made it 4 days, and then the second time 5 days, and then the next time 6 days, but I have not even made it the whole time. And I'm in good shape. I ride my bicycle every day. I don't know what the problem is. Well, that's the thing. If you exercise a lot, you have to get a lot of food. 7 days shall there be no leavened food found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. That's pretty clear. It's like you were supposed to be doing Passover, and they don't tell you that in the Catholic Church. Like, this is part of the Bible. I mean, come on, what is a big deal? Like, legally, you probably can't sacrifice animals anyway, if you even tried to, and you would be seen as completely neurotic. You would be locked up in a mental institution if you tried to practice the laws that we're about to get into in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, some of them, because those are just the customs in those days. Okay, we don't marry our brothers, if our husband dies, we don't go and marry our husband's brother and a lot of other things. But this is the easiest, most perfect thing to do, and it's a huge lesson, and I recommend everybody try it. It's not easy. And you get the message real quick about that and about what this is. A lot of messages. Holy Spirit will give you a lot of messages once that starts all over again here. So ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. So wherever you go, don't act like you don't. Oops, I don't have anything to eat. I'm starving. Oops, it's Passover week. Oh, just a little piece of bread. That's all. No bread. You have to prepare for everything every day. You want to go outside. You want to exercise more. You have to go get some more stuff. Don't eat flour, except cassava flour. And I don't know how that's supposed to come out right. But if you have some recipes, I would like to know about them, because then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of the house until the morning. So, like, if you're one person or 2 people, you're not going to go out and get a lamb, like, and roast it. I mean, that would be I wish I could go somewhere where people are celebrating this and they do exactly what they say, But what I just do is I had some lamb and I took the blood, but maybe this year I can try to find hyssop, and I put the blood on the sides of the door and the lintel, as they call it, or the top of the door. Yeah, and don't go outside, because that symbolizes this evening. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. So did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds, and as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send off, that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, we be dead, we be all dead men. They wanted them out. Finally, everybody, Pharaoh, broke, and the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. So that's what it says in the very beginning of this book of Exodus, when he starts talking to Moses, that you're going to spoil them. That's it. And it talks about how you're going to take the silver and the gold and the raiments. And it's like at this point, can you imagine like just everything that just went on, and now their children are not dying. They have the protection. They have been told about the Passover and what to do. This is going to be what they are to do. Eat the unleavened bread for 7 days. And this is the very first one. And they're going into these houses, and these Egyptian people are like, just take it, just get out. They are just, whatever you want. Are you kidding me at this point? Pharaoh may be hard-headed, but they just lived through 10 plagues. And they're just like, oh, please get out, whatever you want. Take everything, just get out. So, and the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth. Oh, I get it. That's why they call it Succoth. But we did have somebody stop there earlier. Remember that? Was it Jacob? That's the first time Succoth is mentioned. And I brought it up. I'm like, But here we are. And I just did that. It was totally fun. Well, kind of. But anyway, it's a very joyous celebration. It's so much fun to live outdoors. If you live outdoors in a tent and try to make all your food outdoors and play games and do puzzles and have fun. And don't get in fights about Satan not being Lucifer. Somebody might turn on your tent. Okay, let's not talk about that. So, and the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men beside children. So 600,000 went from Ramses to Succoth. They are finally leaving. But there's going to be something else here in a minute. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough, which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And then didn't the Lord say in the beginning that it's going to be your fourth generation that goes through this? And then if you look at that chart that I did of Moses, his lineage, it is, I think, 4 generations. It's kind of hard to see it, but so this is all very accurate. And it came to pass, by the story and everything else, at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. All the hosts of the Lord. Look how they call them, the Israelites. That's nice. Okay. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. This is that night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof, but every man's servant that is bought for money. When thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and let them come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. So do 13. And 14. Because Pharaoh just changes his mind again and goes after him, and then he's told to part the sea. We know that story a little bit. Have a good night.